Hello and welcome everyone to another Northbasics episode on this channel. Today it's gonna be all about the Raven clan. So mercenaries, hopefully a lot of shores and therefore a lot of exotic goods. That is what's going to happen here. So have a lot of fun while this video and let's just jump straight into the first point and let's start the video. So, in general, I would say the Raven clan is more of an economic clan, in my opinion, because it really excels when going a little bit later into the game, even though you can go for quite aggressive plays with the Raven clan, of course, too. But I think it really shines when it has a lot of shores, like just right here, got a little bit lucky there, and a lot of harbors to play out from, so that really helps them out. In general, the Raven clan will just can colonize with crowns instead of food, so you can just switch that around. I don't think I can show that right now. Oh yeah, you can show it here. It would cost me 200 food to colonize this tile when there would no big man on it, and it would only cost me 80 crowns. So in the early game that can really help you out if you just find a ruin and can go for that. Because if you go for the ruin, you will have a lot of gold at start in the stock, and that can sometimes help you to just colonize all of the tiles around you without spending too much food for it. So you can just keep your food for other things, maybe getting a feast out to raise a little bit higher in the fame, but we're going to jump in the fame bonuses just right after this. And yeah, the other specialty of the clan are of course the mercenaries that you can spawn at harbors, but we're gonna do that in the next point. So, there were one little thing I forgot to mention, but I definitely don't want to miss out on that, because it's one of the stronger effects of the Raven clan. From your harbors out, you can actually start exploring the map with your sailors. So you need active sailors in there. It doesn't matter how much in there, how much sailors you have in your dock. It doesn't change the speed of the exploring. You can actually speed it up with rangers, but not anymore. So you can upgrade your scouting huts and make it faster, but with rangers you can actually make it a little bit faster. You will pay 10 gold and your sailors will scout out in coastal area of the map. So it doesn't actually matter anymore if it's actually coastal. It's more about that the map is on the outside of the map, so in that sense coastal. So it doesn't just mean these are here coastal tiles like you might know it, because you can set the harbors on that and the docks, but these are tiles that they mean like coastal, like if you know what I mean. It just means that they are on the corner of the map, so you can see them from the sea. So that can be really helpful, even though even for some rush tactics, because you can send really early scouting out and already scout out your enemy without even having too much without even having upgraded the scout hut right there. So I saw some players that just went for this really early exploring and tried with their scouts to just be that fast that they can't touch the main tile of the enemy player without having an upgraded scout camp, and that can actually really end up in an extremely early aggression of the Raven clan. And that's why I wanted to mention that here, because it's a really strong effect that you can use, really creative, but it's always a little bit luck in there if you go for that. But keep that in mind that this is a really strong effect that you shouldn't underestimate. So, let's come up to the different fame bonuses of the Raven clan, just like we said before. At 200 fame, so when the Raven clan hits fame, you will get 2 villagers on top of your population. That can you do quite a lot with, so you can set them to different jobs. It would be perfect if you would actually have some jobs already ready for them that wait for them. So think about before you hit the 200 fame about what you want to do with those villagers. You will get the population space on top too, so you don't need to build more houses to obtain all those villagers. They will just come with free population space on top, but you don't get the happiness there. So you gotta watch out that your happiness at that time is a little bit higher than you usually need it, but it's not too hard with the Raven clan, like I'm gonna explain later on. So you can make that happen if you want so. At 500 fame, when you hit Jarl, you can actually start sending mercenaries from your harbor. So it will cost 200 gold and you will send 4 mercenaries. I can just show it right here onto a certain tile. I can't show here anymore, but there were stone here. I wanted to actually show you if you raid a tile that where stone, you will get 5 stone for this. So you should maybe focus on that, focusing on the tiles with stone. That's a little bit sad that I can't show it right here, but it's not too bad anymore. Just keep in mind, if there is stone on a tile, you will get stone for this. Either way, you're just gonna get food for a normal tile where there's nothing on it. And if it is, yeah, here, food tile, you get the double food amount. So just for that, it would be a little bit smarter to attack this tile here, just for the resources you can get out of it. But getting the stone is of course the best, because stone is always a little bit limited. And if you can get some bonus stone just like that, that can be really good. But in the end, if your opponent has upgraded towers up at the shore, it isn't too good anymore to send all the time his mercenaries in if there is no stone on the tile. Because I think when there is stone on the tile, it can legitimize a lot of your actions there. But yeah, just sending them here in the upgraded tower, you see, won't really help you, because you will have a little bit delay until you can send the next mercenaries in there, like let's show here, deploy, just the same. Ah yeah, and you see right here, they are dead. I can't send him right now. I would need a few seconds, and in that seconds he can already repair the defense tower there. So it can be annoying, but it's definitely not the strongest way to go. Let's take a look at the lore bonuses of the Raven clan. So of the unique lore bonuses at first. So at first we have Rangers, like I already mentioned before. It increases your scouting and exploration speed by 100%. Your scouts no longer consume food and cannot be hurt while exploring. That makes the Raven clan a really good choice if you want to have a scout clan in a team game. Because he can really excel with these early scouts, because they just don't consume food, and that can be really important in the early game. Yeah, be sure about that. At second one we have the Journeyman. Increases your happiness based on the areas you have explored. I don't have too many exact numbers for that, because I don't played all too many Raven in that sense. I'm not into the Journeyman, I gotta admit, and I don't actually took too much of a look at it. But it's really good, and in the later stages of the game it just gives you a big chunk of happiness, even yeah, mostly if you play in a 6-man map, because these maps are going to be huge. The gear upgrade increases your military unit's attack power depending on your crowns in stock, so it's 25% max. I don't actually know the exact numbers for that too, but I thought it were like 100 gold for 1%, but I'm not completely sure about that, so please write it down in the comments if you actually know it, because I never made too much use of it, to be honest, because I usually just have all my crowns given out when I start attacking. But it can be a way to go, and if you have a lot of crowns in stock, it would be, yeah, just perfectly, because 25% are quite a lot of damage, to be honest. Coming to the trading tile, we have the improved trade routes. Increase your trading routes, crowns, income, and marketplace supply by 50%. Yeah, trading routes buffing we know from a lot of other clans, but the marketplace supply by 50% higher. That can be quite cool if you want to buy stone from your market, and it will just flow in way faster. So if you are interested in doing something like that, the improved trade routes could be your way to go. Maybe if you want to do some crazy with erudition and yeah, just buying a lot of stones there, even though you will be quite vulnerable. Yeah, vulnerable. I'm sorry. You will be quite vulnerable if you go for a play like that, because you are paying all your gold for getting carved stones there. Maybe not the best decision to do if you still need army if someone attacks you, but you can do it. And exotic goods, and this is so strong, man. Gain +2 happiness per harbor and +3 happiness if upgraded. So if you happen to have a lot of shores, you don't even need to have sailors in that docks, man. You just need to have them up. So that actually, you see right here, I have 4 shores, and I don't even need to think about a brewery. It's not an issue, man. It's not an issue. So that easily makes this Raven clan just as strong as the other eco clans in my eyes when he has the shores, because yeah, here's just the bonus villagers by not having them in a brewery. So the other clans just get blatantly like, here you get your eco bonus, or sheep clan here you get your sheep, and Raven clan it's just like, here you get your happiness through your yeah, exotic goods. And that is why exotic goods is easily, in my opinion, one of the strongest lores in the game. So it's a no-brainer for me. If I start to play Raven, I go trading, shipbuilding, carpentry, mastery, exotic goods if I have a lot of shores. If not, you can go for trading, coinage, and maybe even still ship building. But you will go for the aggressive play a lot earlier because you can just do something else. But keep in mind, exotic goods really strong, and I would say one of the strongest lore in game. Please write down in the comments if you think otherwise, but I think it's even cooler than plunder, to be honest, because it's just not that situational. It's really strong. Let's come to the conclusion. So the Raven clan is definitely one of the stronger clans around, even though that my view over all the different clans has a little bit changed, because I really think every of the clans has its right to be in the meta, definitely. And the Raven clan can be so strong if played right. You just need to yeah, get a few shores. Usually if you don't have the shores, you need to be able to play around it, of course. But this is not actually too hard, because your enemy usually won't know if you have a lot of shores or don't have a lot of shores. You can just say by the speed you will go up in your fame what will your plan actually be. But yeah, I think the Raven clan is just all over really strong, and you can always make something happen with it. You can just make happen a little bit more if you have your shores, and you just can make the exotic goods running and get your eco really strongly running there. And yeah, that's why I really enjoyed playing Raven in the last time more and more. And I know it doesn't really have any eco bonuses in particular, like it doesn't really get bonus production on farmers or everything, no bonus tools, nothing that really helps the eco get running a little bit better. But you get the bonus villagers and you get the exotic goods, and I think this is just as good as the other ones. So I know why a lot of people dislike the Raven clan, even though it's not actually true, but I know there's a part of people there that don't like playing Raven clan, because it weren't my favorite clan in the start too, I gotta admit. I never disliked it, but I couldn't understand why, because it really feels different from the other clans. But if you got the hang of the Raven clan, I just think it's just as good as the other clans at most things. So maybe have a little try in it if you didn't, and yeah, don't let yourself block off just from the feeling that there is no real eco bonuses. They are just a little bit hidden. So yeah, have fun with the Raven clan. And that were my little North basics about the Raven clan. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, please consider to leave a like on the video. If you disliked the video, you can consider to just leave a dislike on the video. That's not too bad either. Have a great day, everyone. And if you plan to play on Raven in the next time, I'm just gonna say again, have a great time with the Raven clan, and bye bye everyone. So, ciao.